In number 2, we're going back to having money invested in an account. And this time, instead of having simple interest, we have compound interest. So remember, with simple interest, you earn the same amount of money each year. But with compound interest, you continually earn more and more money on the interest that you've already earned. And I've given you the equation here. T is our variable that we're looking at, and it's in the exponent. So this is an exponential model. So for part A, the amount in the account after 0 years is just the amount that you initially put into it, so that's just the 1,000. For part B, you can put in t equals 1. The rate is 10%. We're going to write 10% as 0.10. So 1 plus the rate will give us 1.10. Or you can think of it as 1,000 times 1 plus 1/10 of 1,000. So you get $1,000 plus $100 gives you $1,100. For part C, since I'm plugging in t equals 2, I'm going to have to square the 1.1. I know 11 times 11 is 121. So 1.1 times 1.1 will give me 1.21. You can work it out by hand like this. I know it's a little tedious to have to write out multiplication like this, but it is a skill that you want to have. So then we multiply 1,000 times 1.21, and multiplying by 1,000 in effect just moves the decimal over 3 places. So we get 1,210. And then for part D, the exponent is 40 this time. So you definitely don't want to do this one by hand. If you punch that into a calculator, you get a quick answer. But if you did it by hand, you'd have to do 1.1 times itself 40 different times and keep track of everything. When you put it in a calculator, you get 45,000, about 45,000. So this, if you think about the graph of this, it's definitely not growing in a straight line. The first year we earned $100. The second year we earned $110. But by the time you get to 40 years, the total amount has jumped way up to 45,000. So let's plot this and think about what it looks like. The main 3 points that we know are all really close together on this graph since we're scaling from 1,000 up to 45,000. So I'm just going to have to put them really close together. But then that last point out at t equals 40 is going to be way up at 45,000.